Good morning, everyone. My name is Madison Carlisle. Did you know that there's approximately 7.7 billion people in the world? Of that 7.7 billion, 3.5 billion of them are online. This shows how 1 in 3 people across the world have social media. People are getting so accustomed to the negative effects social networking sites have. Most everyone here today has a social media or at least has witnessed one in some way. I personally am an active user online and have seen all the negative effects surpass any good attributes of social media. Today I will be talking about the negative effects social media has on society. I will elaborate specifically on cyberbullying, the effects on mental health, and how it hinders people to socially connect face to face. To begin, I will talk about how the effects on mental health. This was tested in a study that included 143 students from the University of Pennsylvania. Each student was randomly assigned to one of 2 groups. The limiting group A, was limited to 30 minutes of monitored social media time, and Group B was to go about their social media activities as normal. The limiting group A was only limited to minutes on social media instead of getting this completely taken away from them, because they wanted their results of the study to be realistic to the modern day world. After the results were conducted, there was an extreme decline in anxiety and FOMO, which is the fear of missing out. And Jerry Bubrick states, FOMO is really the fear of not being connected to our social world, and that need to feel connected sometimes trumps whatever is going on in actual situations we are in. FOMO and depression affect mainly everyone on social media. 56% of people are affected by FOMO because they are constantly comparing somebody's perfect self to their normal self, everyday self, and do this unknowingly. Now that I've talked about the effects on mental health, I will talk about how media carries along cyberbullying. Bullying has been around for forever and has been around in a variety of different ways. According to Dr. John DeGuillermo, cyberbullying is the use of technology to embarrass, threaten, tease, harass, or even target another person. This is easily accessed now due to the rise of social media, and 90% of teens believe harassment online is bad and can affect someone so badly that they'll make harsh and rash decisions that can affect their life in the long run. For example, David Mohawk was sadly targeted with cyberbullying and lost enthusiasm for everything. He went from a kid who was always happy and enthusiastic to being sad and depressed all the time. At the young age of 15, he hung himself due to the constant torment of his peers. And this is just one of the sad stories that has happened because of cyberbullying. Now, lastly, I will talk about how people are hindered socially to connect face to face with each other. Alexandra Hamlet said, "The more superficial it is, the less likely it's going to cause you to feel connected, which is something we all need." 93% of communication is nonverbal. This shows that people have become antisocial due to social media, and because it takes away encounters that you have with other people. You lose time that you physically get to talk to others and use it to be online. We lose our ability to connect with each other and have the ability to understand what a person is actually trying to communicate to you. You might not understand completely what they're saying all the time because you were too busy worried about getting to have time on social media. Now that I've reviewed all my main points, it is time for things to come to a close. I've spoken on the negativity social media has on society, and mainly I have talked about how it hinders people socially, the mental health effects, and cyberbullying. Now that I have given you all this information today, I think you should all take the time to reflect on everything I've said and think to yourself, do you need to change your social media habits? Thank you.